Okay, there are different kinds of things that every entrepreneur should protect in their business because of how crucial they are to the business of the entrepreneur. And today, the topic, short topic we should have is what class of intellectual property rights are entrepreneurs or companies or businesses supposed to enjoy under Nigerian law. Beyond Nigerian law, there are more than these ones, but under Nigerian law, there are broadly just four. First one is copyright, second one is patent, third one is trademark, and the fourth one is industrial designs, or you can also say call it designs. I'm gonna take them and use grand examples to drive them home. First one I'm gonna take is copyright. And how does copyright work? Or usually it's automatic once you do it, but again, in order to avoid confusion, people go the extra length to go and protect it. I'm going to be going into deeper details of these topics in our future videos, but for copyright, just suffice it to say for now that copyright is just a message, a short message. It can be a book, it can be anything you record. Just this recording too is automatically copyrighted just because I recorded it and things like that. So let's use popular brands as example. Let's use Coca-Cola as a popular brand. Coca-Cola has been having different last words since 2006 till now. I think they've had about four. There's the feeling, open happiness, stay together, or blah blah blah. Things in that regard. Those ones are automatically copyrighted. They are automatically protected. So they can have one last word in Nigeria, have 100 last words in 100 other countries, depending on their mood and depending on some other considerations in such countries. So for those ones, they are automatically protected. But I know that they go the extra length because I've had opportunities to work with some law firms that help them to protect some of these their copyright. They go the extra length to go to the copyright registry and register it so that somebody else will not wake up tomorrow and be using the tagline and be saying they didn't know or they were not aware. So because of that, they put it in a situation where it will be easy for them to sue anybody that uses it in contravention of the copyright that he enjoys. Second one, just like I said, is the trademark. Trademark generally is that image that when you see, you know that okay, this is the brand that is being talked about. Coca-Cola has its own image. Pepsi Cola has the logo you see, and you know that okay, this is for Pepsi, even without seeing the word Pepsi. And companies go all lengths in order to be able to ensure that they protect their brand and their logo. For example, there's a way Coca-Cola is written and you can't quite write any other thing like that. And it's will interest you to note that that's the handwriting of Sir Pemberton, the inventor of Coca-Cola at the time. So nobody else can write like if you try to design something like that, you'll be breaching their rights and they can come against you forcefully for it. So that's how trademarks work. You protect what your logo, what your business looks like. So we're gonna be going to the details, importance, and all of it for these topics too at some short time. So that's number two. That's we talked about copyright. Now we've talked about trademark. Now we're going to talk about patent. Patent is to encourage people who painstakingly ignore the pleasures of life in order to ensure that they focus and create something that is unique and will push the human race forward. Sometimes it doesn't always have to be machine technology. It can also be chemical technology. For example, let's go back to Coke. That drink, whatever is inside, nobody, if you duplicate it, if you try to duplicate it, they are going to heavily come against you. products. I don't want to drop, what's in paracetamol, for example, what's in other drugs, or how a car works. Those ones are protected by the law of patent. So, and usually what patent also does is it prevents you from being able to use that. And not just patent, all the intellectual properties for a period of time, depending on what intellectual property you are trying to protect. It is only the person that registered it or invented it or trademarked it or produced it that can enjoy it. Some is for 7 years, some is for 70 years, some is for 100 years, and some is for the life of the inventor plus 20 years plus 30 years, depending on what particular intellectual property and in what particular country. So that's for patents. So number fourth one is not that popular because of course the word is not so much in public discourse and media and all, but it is a design. We also call it industrial design. Industrial design seeks to protect how something looks. There's a reason why you can't use you can't as a company reproduce another phone that looks like the exact iPhone, maybe iPhone 15, iPhone 14. iPhone is going to come after you with all the dimes that they have in their pocket, because they know that if they don't protect the design, that is what the casing, what the exterior of the product looks like. A lot of people are going to steal from the goodwill. A lot of people are going to confuse it for the original iPhone, and therefore buy it for whatever outrageous amount from their detractors. I don't want to say competitors now because that's not even competition. That's outright stealing. So iPhone is going to sue you. There's a reason why no two Toyotas, yeah, one Toyota doesn't look like a Benz. That's the reason, because the law protects what the exterior of it looks like. The inner working of the Toyota looks like is protected by patent. Remember, what is let's even use a bottle of Coke as example. Uh, the tag word written on the Coca-Cola bottle is copyrighted. The content, okay, the logo on the Coca-Cola that you see that is written in a particular way is trademarked. The content of a Coca-Cola bottle is patented, while the external look of the bottle of the Coca-Cola is protected by industrial designs. So generally these are the four in Nigeria, even though other countries have they have expanded the bounds and boundaries of their intellectual property, and a lot can be said about intellectual property that can be in one video. So just say watch out for this series that we are doing on intellectual property. Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure talking to you again. My name is Justice and I work for Eco Solicitors and Advocates. It's my pleasure.